Hello guys, so we are back again, and in this session we are going to do some more pretty good level of questions of JEE Mains. And I know the video is quite late. It has been 3 to 4 days since I have uploaded any video, and I apologize for that. But I will try to bring video dailies from now on. So if you like our content, please subscribe the channel IIT Omega Pi. Get, and please share it with your friends. It will help us to grow. Thank you. Now let's begin with our questions. The first question which we are going to tackle is as follow: the sum of the integers from 1 to 100 that are divisible by 2 and 5, 2 or 5. Now if you remember properly, there was a similar type of question which was not divisible. It was asking try to find the numbers which are not divisible. And if you remember this question, the concept are same, but only the things are twisted. But since we are doing a lot of questions, it will just increase our understanding of problems. So in this question, how we are going to approach the similar way likely we did in the previous problem. First I will do what? First I will try to find the number which are divisible by 2, and then I will find the number which are divisible by 5. Then I will try to find the number which are divisible by both. Now they are telling the sum of integers of number which are divisible by 2 or 5. They should not be divisible by both. Then the series which consists of numbers which are divisible by 2 and 5, its sum should be subtracted from the sum of the numbers which are divisible by 2 and 5. So hope you have understand what I meant. So first I will do what? Do number number divisible by, I will try to find number divisible by 2, my first thing. Can you tell the numbers from 1 to 100 which are divisible by 2, starting and the end? 2, 4, 6, and in the end I know it will be 100. So I know I have told you how to find n, but I will show you again once and then we will do it directly. How to find the n is very easy. You have to just put Tn is equals to 2 plus n minus 1 into d is what? 2. Then what you are getting? 2 will cancel out here. If you see 2n is equals to 100, you will get n is equals to 50. So we got n is equals to 50. Now we will do what? Find the sum. The sum, to find the sum of these continuously, you have to use the modified formula of sum. Like the sum of 2. Sum of means a number which are divisible by 2, I will denote it by s2, is what? Is what? N by 2. N by 2, how many numbers are there? 50. 50 by 2 bracket a plus tn. That is the modified formula of Sn. Now see, the modified formula works like this: n by 2 bracket a plus tn. I know the exact formula is this: Sn is equals to n by 2 bracket 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Now what is the difference? If you know the starting and the last term, this formula reduces to this. Although if you modify this is nothing but a plus tn formula. So this is just a modification of the a plus tn. So you both are just same, but this will increase your speed of calculation of Sn, but provided you know the first and last term. And if you see, we know the first and last term, so the first term is 2 and the last term is what is the last term? 100. So we will substitute that. The moment we substitute that, what we are getting? 50 into 51, what we are left with? 2550. Now number divisible by what? Divisible by what we will find? 5. So can we know the number starting and the last? 5, 10. We also know 15. And so on till. Is 100 divisible by? Yes, 100 is divisible. So it is very quite easy to get the n. Here the n will be what? 20. And you can find if you don't understand. Because in some numbers, like how many numbers in 1 to 100 divisible by 2, it is obvious that it will be what? Half, that is 50. And while for 3 it will be 33, and for 5 it will be 20. So some terms are quite easy to predict compared to calculating them like the formula. So what I suggest, that if you don't understand, go with the formula, but if you are are able to predict how many terms, like for 2, 5, then it will just save your time. Then we know n is equals to 20. Can I get the S5, which is the sum of 5 terms? 5 terms which are divisible by 5. So what it will be? 20 by 2. What is the first term? 5. What is the last term? 100. Okay, so what will be my answer? 10 into 105 will give me 10 into 105. 105 will be 1050. Okay, so this is our S5, which is number divisible by, I will call it as 1, I will call it as 2. Now I will find number divisible by both what? 2 or 5. So what are the number? Can we know the starting number? Yes, 10, 20, okay, 30 and so on, and the last number will be 100. Okay, so we know this. So can I get 2 as 2 or 5? I will call it as 2 or 5. But provided that do we know how many n will be there? Okay, we need to calculate, because here we cannot directly predict. Okay, so I will calculate. What is my last term? 100. What is my first term? 10. N minus 1. What is my d? 10. So here you can clearly see n is coming 10. Okay, so we will use this information. Okay, so 10 by 2, first term 10, last term 100. Then what we are getting? Our answer as 10. Okay, 550. Okay, this is our answer. Okay, we are getting 5 or 50, which are means divisible by both. Okay, so what we can do now? 10, 5, 1, wait, 5, 1, 1, 0. Okay, sorry, 550 only. Okay, so I will call it as 3. Okay, now let me take the next page. Okay, then we will discuss further. Okay, so what we have now, number divisible. Okay, divisible by either 2 or 5 will be what? If I know S2, S5, and then subtract what? S2 or 5. Okay, from where? From 1, 2 and 3. Okay, I will substitute the values. Okay, the values are 2550, 1050 minus 550. Okay, which will give me my final answer as 3600 minus 550, which will give me 3050. Okay, so this is our answer, which is the third option. Okay, so hope you have understand each and step, since we have done a similar type question earlier. Okay, so you might able to solve this question by yourself. Okay, but if you are not able to, then you can understand from here. Okay, so let me take the next question. The next question is this. Okay, consider an AP with first term, with first term A and the common difference D. Let Sk denotes the sum of the first k terms. If Skx upon Sx is independent of x, then you have to find the relation between A and D. That's it. And if you have watched my sequence series lecture, then you will automatically able to solve this question, because this is just a previous year JEE advanced question, if I guess properly. And these questions, they repeat themselves. The concept are continuously repeated. So in that session we have did that type of question. And this question is similar to that, just numbers are changed. So all you have to do, first you have to do what? You have to just know A and D are given. A and D are given, right? In an AP, the first term, in the common difference D. Can I get Skx? Yes, Kx upon 2A plus Kx minus 1 into D. This is my one thing. What is my Sx? It will be nothing but x by 2 bracket 2A plus x minus 1. X minus 1 into D. I will call it as 2. Now what I need to find? Skx upon Sx, which will automatically, you can understand, this will cancel out. I will be left with K. 2A. I will be left with K2A. They will both be minus. If I divide Kx2A plus Kx minus 1 into D upon 2A plus x minus 1 into D. Okay, now here if I keep on simplifying, like 2a plus kxd minus d upon 2a minus d plus xd. Okay, so here if you want this term to be independent, okay, independent, it should not have x term. Okay, it should not have x term. Now if when it will not have x term, okay, when this and this cancel out, okay, when will they be cancel out each other, kxd upon xd. Okay, when will they cancel out? If my 2a minus d in numerator and denominator becomes 0, then I will be left with kx by d upon xd, and they will cancel out and give me kd by d. D also will get k. Okay, so okay, the k will be 1, k will be outside. Okay, so moral of the story is that this should become 0, 2a minus d. The moment I make it 0, I will get a relation a is equals to d by 2. Okay, or 2a is equals to d, which is d by 2. Okay, a is the answer. Okay, and we have did similar type of question, just the numbers are changed. Okay, the concept is yet the same. Okay, now let's move on to the next question. The next question is the third question. Okay, the third question is as follow. There are n AMs between 3 and 54, okay, such that the 8th mean and n minus 2th mean, okay, the ratio is given, that is 3:5. The value of n is needed. Okay, now n AMs, okay, so the situation is like this. Okay, between 3 and 5 there are n AMs. Okay, so I can tell a1, a2, a3, and it's so on till an and 54. Can you tell me how many total terms are there? It is total n plus 2. Okay, so our aim, okay, is to get the ratio of a8, get the ratio of an minus 2th. We want to divide them. Okay, and they are telling it is equal to 3:5. But before that we need to get a8. A8 is our target, an minus 2 is our target. Okay, how in a am how we proceed, how we get any term, okay, when AMs are inserted? The means the main thing which you should know in insertion is D. If you are able to find D, then only you can proceed. D is what? 54 minus 3 upon n plus 1. Since there are n terms, so n terms are inserted, so it will stay as n only. Okay, so what I'm getting is 51 n plus 1. So can I get a8? A8 is really nothing but a plus 8 times d, which will be nothing but 3 plus 8 times 51 by n plus 1. Okay, so I've got this thing. Okay, if I proceed further, can I get a n minus 2? Similarly, like this 1. Similarly here, what I'm going to have, okay, here will be a plus n minus 2 times d. D will be what? 51 upon n plus 1. Okay, which will give me my a n minus 1, n minus 2. Okay, which is my second. Okay, so what I'm going to do further on, okay, what we can do, we should cross multiply or what? Okay, if I cross multiply, I will be left with na. Okay, na here also, if I cross multiply 3 na. Okay, 3 na. Okay, if I do this, okay, let's do this. Na plus a plus n minus 2 into 51. This is my second modified formula. While in case of this one, I can modify the formula. Okay, so here if I keep it as a, I multiply it, I will get the modification of a, which is a n plus a plus 8 times 51. Okay, this is the modification of 1. Okay, now we will go with the condition which is given, a8 upon a n minus 2. N a, okay, and it is 3:5. So this one will be multiplied with what? 5. Na plus a plus 8 times 51 will be multiplied by 5, while this one will be multiplied by what? Multiplied by 51 and minus 102. Okay, so what we are going to do, we are going to simplify this. which gives us 153 and minus 306. Okay, now if I put a value, a is what, 3. Okay, in insertion, you know, a is the starting term which is 3 and b is the end term which is 54. Okay, the moment, okay, this is the continuation of the previous formula. Okay, here a is what, so the moment I put, I will get 6 and 6 plus 2040, okay, is equals to 153. Okay, sorry, 153 and minus 306, and I am left with 2352 147, and if we divide it, what we get, okay, n is equals to 16. Okay, so we are done with the third problem, and the answer is B16. Okay, just go with the conditions. Okay, and you should know the insertion of AM properties. Okay, now let's move on to the next question. The next problem is this, fourth problem. A, G and H are respectively the AM, GM and HM of three positive numbers A, B and C. Then the equation whose roots are A, B and C is given by, okay, the options are as follow. But us, we know there are three roots. Okay, we know there are three roots. So what will be my equation structure? It will be x cube. Here there will be no a from the options, I can say, plus bx square plus cx plus d equal to 0. This will be the structure of my equation. Okay, I can use something other than this PQR. Okay, PQR. Okay, this will be the general structure of my equation, since they have told that there are three roots. Okay, A, G and H. Can I get the A for three numbers A, B, C, which are the roots of this equation? Can I get the AM? Yes, A plus B plus C by 3. Can I get the GM? Yes, A, B, C the whole power 1 by 3, which I will keep it as G cube equals to ABC, since they are using G cube. Okay, further on, I will do what? I will get a HM. In case of HM, this ABC will be in this format. And if I want to find H, I will do what? Okay, I will just apply the similar condition, 1 by A, 1 by B, 1 by C divided by 3, which will give me what? AB plus BC plus CA upon ABC into 3. Okay, which if I move on further, okay, it will be upon this. Okay, which will give me finally the structure will be like this. Okay, sorry, this will be in multiplication with this only. Okay, the moment we multiply this, okay, now this is what in AP, this is in what AP, I have to convert it in HP. The moment I convert, I will get 3ABC upon AB plus BC plus CA. Okay, now they are in HP and we have the condition this. Okay, but if you observe this condition of HP, okay, let me take the next page. HP, it is what? 3ABC upon AB, BC, CA. We can write 3ABC as from here, from this equation. I can write 3ABC at G cube. I can write ABC, okay, I will keep it as it is. AB, BC and CA. Okay, and it is equal to H. Okay, and this is our condition. Okay, I will keep it in box. Okay, now in the roots, okay, for this equation, P will be what? P will be the sum of the roots A plus B plus C, which is given by minus B upon A, and here A is 1, so minus P upon, okay, only minus P, and minus P is this value, okay, which is equals to 3 times A, so it will be equal to minus 3 times A. So I got my this equation, so I will write x cube minus 3ax. Now I am stuck with this one. In the next, Q will be what? AB, BC, CA, two roots considered at once. So I need this value, and it is what? C by A. or you can say q by a, or okay, in standard equation ABC. Okay, in standard equation ABC, so what it will be like this, c, here c is there. Okay, so what we are going to do, okay, so here c by a will be there, and ABC value I can get from here, which will be nothing but, okay, 3g cube upon h. Okay, so I have got my ABC value, okay, which is 3g by h, g cube by h. Now the last thing which is left from the equation, if you see, it is r, okay, and r is given by minus d by a, or you can say minus r by 1, since here a is 1, and r is what, product of the root ABC. And do I know the product of the root? Yes, it is g cube. So I will write minus, okay, minus g cube, and if I substitute it here, I have 3, this will be plus, which will be nothing but 3 g cube upon h x plus, and the lastly minus, okay, sorry, minus, here it will be minus g cube equal to 0. So which will be my correct equation? If you observe, 3x plus 3g minus g cube. Okay, B is the correct one. Okay, now let's move on. Now we are going to see a different problem. Okay, and we have done a similar problem like this. Okay, which is the 5th problem. Okay, we have also saw this type of problem. They will always give you in this format. Okay, if ax equals to b power y, c power z, d power t, and a, b, c, d are in GP, then x comma y comma z comma t are in. Okay, now here the process, okay, you have to tell x, y, z and comma t are in what. Okay, for this what you have to do, ax equal to bx, by sorry, equal to cz equal to dt, you have to take it some constant k or whatever you want. Okay, okay, doesn't matter. Now just the moment you take, you have to take log. Okay, the moment you take log, you will get log a, x log a, y log b, and z log c by logarithmic property, t log d is equals to log k. What is the purpose of doing this? You will come to know. Now a, b, c, d are in GP. If I taking log throughout, you know when terms are in GP, if I take log, they convert in AP. So I have log A, log B, log C, log D, they are in what? AP now. Can I get log A value? Yes, it will be log K upon X, log K upon Y, log K upon Z, log K upon T. Can in AP we can divide throughout by constant, multiply throughout by constant, add a constant. So if I divide throughout by log K, what I get? 1 by X, 1 by Y, 1 by Z, 1 by T are in AP. Now if I take reciprocal of AP is what? HP. So it is proved that they are in HP. Okay, so there is no in this type of question, just remember this process. Okay, there is no thinking involved. Okay, you have to just think like way. Okay, and the hint is given by GM. Okay, and this, and by observing this you should come to know that logarithmic property should be used, and the log value I will get from here. Okay, and if I take log of GP, it converts into AP, and vice versa. If I take exponential, okay, of GP, it converts into HP. Okay, so just keep in mind these things. Okay, if I they would have given something else. Okay, there may be use of exponential. Okay, exponential property of, okay, if I take exponential, they convert into AP, sorry, HP. Now let's move on with the next question. The next question is as follows. This is the next question. If xi greater than 0, okay, where I is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 till 50, and x1 plus x2 plus x3 and so on till x50 is equals to 50, then the minimum value of 1 upon x1 plus 1 upon x2 and so on till 1 upon x50 equals to. And this is a similar type of question which we have done in inequality, and we have studied inequality in very detail. We have studied a lot of variety of inequalities and how to deal, how by observing you can come to know that what here we should apply. First you should know how to target terms. If you know how to target term, okay, and you should know what to apply, okay, to get the respective result. Since they are in upon, there is high probability, and since sum is given, that is a very, means there is 95% probability that am greater than equal to gm should be, am greater than equal to hm should be applied. And second thing, which term should be targeted? All terms should be targeted because they have asked me all the things, okay. So I will apply. Always the format will be like this: apply am greater than equal to hm, mention on what, x1, x2, x3 and so on till x50. This will just, okay, clear out your doubts, okay, in what terms you have to apply. x1, x2, x3 and so on till x50. How many terms are there? 50. Should be greater than equal to, here will be what number of terms, which will be what, 50 upon 1 upon x1, 1 upon x2, 1 upon x3, okay, 1 upon x50. Okay, this is the modified application of hm formula. Okay, now this is 50 value is given, so it will become 1 greater than equal to 50 upon 1 upon x1, 1 upon x2 and 1 upon x3 and so on till 1 upon x50. We will shift it here, okay. Okay, so here what we will do, we will shift it here, x1, 1 upon x2, this is the required thing. 1 upon x50 should be greater than equal to 50, okay, and okay, and this is the required answer, okay, and which is the A option, okay. Okay, so in this way you will get the minimum value. It will be minimum 50 and it will be greater than, okay, we don't know the maximum value, but you should know, okay. In AM I have told you to get when it is applied to get some, okay, minimum value, and while in GM to get maximum value, okay, products maximum value. So you have to remember the tricks, okay. And with this, okay, we are done with this question. This was very simple compared to the questions which we have handled in inequality, okay. They were quite good, okay, homogeneous equality and a lot of other stuff. Okay, so the next question which we are going to tackle is this question, okay, which says if a comma a1, if a, a1, a2, a3 and so on till a and b are in AP, okay, b, okay, these are the terms, okay, and in between it is in AP, are in AP, and a comma g1 comma g2 g3 and till gn comma b are in GP, and h is the harmonic mean of a and b, then you have to tell a1 plus a2n upon g1 g2 g2n plus a2 plus a2n minus 1 upon g1 g2n minus 1 and so on till an plus 1 upon gn into gn plus 1 is equal to what? Okay, in this type of question what you have to do, okay, since you should know the property of insertion of am, okay, it is means here it becomes very important. Like here if I take a1, a2, a3, okay, and all the terms till 2n divided by 2n, it will be am. Similarly, this will also be equal to a plus b by 2. It will also be equal to a1 plus a2n plus a2n a2n, and lastly if I take a2, then it will be equal to a2n minus 1 upon 4. Okay, so you should know the property, okay, when all these are equal and they are all am, okay, provided you should know the subscript should add up and give me 2n plus 1, okay. If I consider 2n terms in series, the subscript should give me 2n plus 1, okay, on considering the terms. Here all the terms, the pair are possible, so they will give me 2n plus 1 term, okay. So I know that a plus b, okay, by 2 is what? am. Any terms provided they form 2n plus 1 subscript. Here you can see they are forming 2n plus 1 subscript, here you can see them forming 2n plus 1 so I can replace all by, okay, if I say a is the am, then I can replace them 2a plus b, okay, I can replace them by 2a. And one more thing, Now what in GM same applies. Okay, GM, okay, for all terms G1, G2, G3 will be what, 1 upon 2n. Similarly for two terms it will be G1 into G2 upon 1 by 2, and similarly it will be equal to AB power 1 by 2, giving me G square is equals to AB. Okay, so all the G whatever you take, provided they form 2n. Okay, 2n plus 1, here it will be G2. Okay, provided they form 2n plus 1, they will give me value equal to AB. Okay, so if I apply this property, I can replace all by AB. I will take A plus B common and 2. What I will left with 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus and so on. Okay, and it will go until, and here in the bottom it will be what, AB, and this is nothing but till n, which will give me 2A plus B upon AB, and here it will be sum of n terms. Okay, one is added n times, so it will give me n. And if you observe, this is what, this is nothing but you can say, if I take HM of A comma B, I will be left with 2AB upon A plus B is what, HM. So if I want A plus B, I want what value, A plus B upon AB, A plus B upon AB, it will be what, 2 by H. So I will replace this whole thing by 2 by H. Okay, wait, what we are getting, AM plus n by 2, number divided by okay, we will get 4, this will be what, equal to 4 by H. Okay, 4 by H into n. Okay, and okay, there is no option. Okay, we are doing some mistake. Okay, AM is what, A plus B by 2. I think, okay, we are doing a mistake. Okay, let me tell you what mistake. Okay, the mistake which I did was that if I apply A plus B by 2, it will be equal to A1 plus A2n, right, by 2. It will be equal to A2 plus A2n plus minus 1 by 2, and so on. And since they are in AP, so I can multiply throughout by 2. The moment I multiply, I will get AB equals to A1 plus A2n. Okay, the 2 will be not in use, A2 plus A2n minus 1. Okay, so in this way there will be no 2. Okay, if there is no 2, we will not consider this term only. If it is not this term, there will be only 2 by H. Okay, how this will come? It will come from here, 2 by H. Okay, which we will substitute, we will get answer as 2n by H, which is the A answer. Okay, hope you have understand. Okay, please don't do this mistake. Okay, which was this AM mistake. Okay, which I means consider power in the denominator. You have to compare them and you have to eliminate the 2. Okay, and from the base, and then it will be equal. Now let's move on to the next question. The next question, okay, is this question, which is the 8th question, which says one side of an equilateral triangle is 24 centimeter. The midpoints of the sides are joined to form another triangle, whose midpoint in turn joined to form still another triangle. The process continues indefinitely. Then the sum of the perimeters of all the triangles is, okay. If you remember, there are two varieties of this question. One, the ball drop type question, whose structure is like this. Okay, we draw it in this graphical representation, while the other is equilateral triangle application, which is that this is another triangle from the midpoints. Okay, consider one equilateral triangle. They have given its sides as 24. Okay, so and this triangle will be side will be what, 12. And if I make another triangle from its midpoint, I will have side as 6. If I make one other, I will have side as 3. Okay, and this process will go until infinity. Indefinitely means it will go until infinity. Okay, and they are forming an equilateral triangle from its midpoint. Okay, they are forming another equilateral triangle. Okay, provided if they form a equilateral triangle from midpoint, the equilateral triangle which will be formed from this equilateral triangle will have side length half of the from the previous one. Like here it is 24, then this one inside one will have 12, and the triangle inside it will have 6, and triangle inside it will have 3, and so on. This process will go on. Okay, so for your understanding, I will solve it in basic approach. Okay, in basic way. Okay, for P1, okay, if I consider P1 as my first triangle, then it will be what, 24 plus 24 plus 24. It will give me answer as 3 into 24. Okay, this is my perimeter of first triangle. If I consider next triangle, it will be what, 12 plus 12 plus 12, which will be nothing but 3 into 12, which I can write 3 into 24 by 2. If I consider third triangle, it will be what, 6 plus 6 plus 6, it will be 3 into 6, which I can write 3 into 24 by 2 square. Okay, and so on. If I write P4, it will be 3 plus 3 plus 3, which will be 3 into 3, which will be what, 3 into 24 power 2 power 3. And now this will go on, okay, until infinity. Now we will try to create a series from this. Okay, if you observe, you will come to know, if I try to represent 3 into 24, 3 into 24 upon 2 square, 3 into 24 upon 2 cube, okay, and so on. If this goes on till infinity, okay, then what we can do, we can take 3 into 24 common, which will give me 1 upon 2. Okay, firstly it will be 1 upon 2, then it will be 1 upon 2 square, 1 upon 2 square, and so on. It will go until infinity. And since it is sum of infinite terms, the formula is a, okay, 1 a upon 1 minus r, which will be 1 upon 1 minus 1 by 2, giving me finally as, okay, this will cancel out and give me 3 into 24 into 2. Okay, the 2 will move up and my final answer will be nothing but 144 centimeter. Okay, which is the A answer. Okay, so hope you have understand. This is more easier compared to the ball type question, because in that there is one trap that the ball when dropped directly, okay, it will come first, it will cover fixed height, then it will try to cover the distance twice, okay, and like that. Okay, and there also this kind of series will be formed, okay, infinite series. Okay, so with that said, okay, let's move on to the next question. The next question which we are going to tackle, okay, is this question. Okay, ninth question. Okay, if hello, so in this, if the question is, if a1 comma a2 comma and so on till a and r in ap with common difference d not equal to 0, then the sum of the series sin d into cosec a into cosec a2 plus cosec a2 into cosec a3 and so on till cosec an minus 1 into cosec an. Okay, the options are as follow: sec a1 minus sec an, second option is cosec a1 minus cosec an, third option is cot a minus cot an, the option is tan a minus tan n. Okay, now how we are going to proceed this is as follow. Okay, so how we have to proceed, listen, here sin d is given, d. Okay, since it is in ap, I can write d as a2 minus a1, I can write it as a3 minus a2, I can write it as a4 minus a3, and so on. I can even write it as an minus 1, right? This thing will be very clear to you. Okay, now what I will do a simple thing, keep this as it is, convert all this into sine. Okay, sine a into sine a2. Okay, and this one I will convert into sine a2 into sine a3, and this and so on. Okay, this, the next one will be what, sine a3 into sine, okay, sine a4, and the last one will be what, will be 1 upon sine an minus 1 into sine an. Okay, so this much is very clear to you. Okay, now for this I will keep sine d as sine a2 minus a1. For the next one I will keep sine d as sine a3 minus a2. Okay, now do you know the formula of sine a minus b? Okay, if you know, then you can solve with this question easily. Sine a2 minus a1. Okay, we will consider this one. Okay, and then we will generalize for all these things. Okay, till the end. Okay, if I open this, what I get, sine a2 into cos a1 minus cos a2 into sine a1. Okay, now if you observe, in the denominator there is sine a1 into sine a2. Okay, so what will happen if I if I break this? Okay, if I distribute the denominator, what you will get, okay, here sine a2 will cancel out, here you will get cot a1, and here you will get what, cot a2, right, cot a2. okay, cot a2. Similarly, if you take this one, okay, I will take the next page. If you take the next one, I will write sine d as sine a3 minus a1, okay, a2. What I will get is sine a3 into cos a2 minus cos a3 into sine a2, right, upon what, sine a2 into sine a3. Okay, now what we are getting, sine a3 will cancel out, again we are getting cot a2 minus cot a3. Okay, so what you can observe here, okay, here what we were getting cot a1 minus cot a2, and here we are getting cot a2 minus cot a3. Okay, if I try to predict the series, okay, which will be like this, that if I open this, okay, and multiply the d, I'm getting cot a1 from the first, and cot a1 minus cot a2. In the second, I'm getting cot a2 minus cot a3, and so on, it will go on. Okay, but if you observe, this term and this term will cancel out. Here I will get cot a3 minus cot a4, and so on. Now you can predict easily what will be the last term, cot an minus 1 plus cot an. Okay, the last term, okay, here will be minus, because here if I open the last, cot an. Okay, so here all the terms will cancel out except this first and last term. So our answer will be what, cot a1 minus cot an. Okay, there is one more method to solve this question, okay, which I will call as method 2. Okay, method 2 is just an application of means you can say telescopic method. Okay, what we are going to do, okay, sin d, keep it as it is, we will generalize this with summation. Okay, if you observe, this one is smaller, this one is bigger, okay, it is a1 and it is a2. Okay, and if I break this, okay, if I keep convert them into sine, what I can write, this, can I write this 1 upon sine a r minus 1 into sine ar. Okay, is this right? Now if I take this, okay, this I can also generalize, because I can write d anything, whatever I want. Okay, so I will write what, sin d I can write as, it is always a2 minus a1, means 1 greater than, okay, a2 minus a1 means there will be a bigger number, then the smaller number will be subtracted, just opposite of this. So ar minus 1, okay, minus ar, sorry, a2 minus 1, so bigger number minus subtracted. Okay, so this will be the standard format upon this ar minus 1 into sin ar. Okay, now r will go from 1 to n. So if here you can easily see, okay, if I open this, I will get what, I will easily get, okay, tan, okay, here you will get cot ar, cot ar minus cot an. Okay, if you open this, okay, if you open this, they will cancel out. Okay, then you will apply the telescopic thing, that you will substitute the bigger value in bigger and smaller value in smaller, which will give you two terms, which will be nothing but this. Okay, now doing that whole stuff again is quite means hectic. Okay, so we will avoid doing that, instead we will write it directly this way. Okay, after this you can clearly see that we have came back to our original condition. When you substitute 1 here, you will get cot, okay, you will cot a minus cot an. Okay, so we are getting back the same thing. Okay, so cot a1 minus cot an, which is our answer, which is the Cm. Okay, now let's move on. So the next question which we are going to see, okay, the question is as follow. This is the next question. Okay, if hn is equals to 1 plus 1 by 2 plus 1 by 3 plus and so on till 1 by n, then the value of 1 plus 3 by 2 plus 5 by 3 plus and so on till 2n minus 1 by n is what? Okay, now what you can do here, okay, okay, so here what we can do, we want to find sum, we want to get s. Okay, so the easiest way to get s is getting the n term. Okay, we want to get the sum of this. If I get the tn term of this series, okay, I can get the sum by applying summation. N is equals to 1 to n, okay, whatever r is equals to 1 to n. Now if I observe, this is 1, 3 by 2, 5 by 3 and so on till 2n minus 1 by n, right? So can I write the last term? Last term will be nothing but 2n minus 1, and here the last term is easily predictable. Okay, what we can write, n is equals to 1 to n. Okay, this is our tn. Okay, so I have applied summation, so it will convert into s. Okay, now if I break this, what we are getting, 2 minus 1 by n is equals to 1 to n. Okay, now if I further solve this, okay, if there is some constant number, it converts into 2 into n, and this will be what, 1 upon n summation. Okay, this is 1 upon n summation. Okay, if I open this, if I am opening this one, okay, what I am getting, 1, 1 by 2, 1 by 3, and so on till 1 by n. Okay, but if you wait, if you just think smartly, this is nothing but hn. So what we are getting, 2n minus hn, which is 2n minus hn. A is the answer. Okay, so here we did nothing but, okay, the main objective was to get Sn. We know that if we get Tn, we can easily find the Sn, so we started aiming for Tn. Okay, but suddenly we realized that 1 by n is there present, and we got a hint that its value is already given here, so we substituted that value hn. Okay, and that was more obvious because we wanted answer in hn term. Okay, now let's move on. Okay, so the next question which we are going to tackle is 11th question. If s1, s2, s3 are the sum of the first n natural numbers, their squares, their cubes respectively, then s3 into 1 plus 8 s1 upon s2 square is equal to, okay, a is 1, b is 3, c is 9, and d is 10. Okay, now sum of first n natural number is s1. What is sum of first natural? N into n plus 1 by 2. Sum of square of natural numbers, it n into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1 by 6. Sum of cube of natural number, which is nothing but n into n plus 1 by 2 the whole square. Just substitute the values. Okay, there is nothing great in this question. Okay, by 2 by 4 square into 1 plus 8 into n minus plus 1 by 2 into s2 square will be nothing but n square n plus 1 the whole square into 2n plus 1. Okay, by 36. Okay, what we are getting here is 9 into 1 plus 4n into n plus 1 upon 2n plus 1 the whole square, right? So what we are getting finally, n into 1 plus 4n square, okay, plus 4n upon 4n square plus, okay, we are getting the same thing only, so it will cancel out and give me n is equals to 9. Okay, we are getting the sum equals to this value equals to 9, which is C option. Okay, so it was very simple application. Okay, very easy question. Okay, there is nothing great only because this is just a simple application of mathematical induction. Now the next question which we are going to tackle, okay, is this question, okay, which is given that if a1, a2, a3 and so on till an are in HP, then the expression a1 into a2 plus a2 into a3 and so on till an minus 1 into an is equal to what? A option is n minus 1 into a1 minus an, b option is n a1 into an, c option is n minus 1 into a1 into an, and d option is n into a1 minus an. Okay, so what we can do, okay, we know that HP is given. Okay, these terms are in HP, so 1 by a1 plus 1 by a2, okay, sorry, these terms are in HP. Okay, a1 plus n upon a1 plus a2 plus a3, okay, and so on, okay, will be in HP. Okay, we will convert it. Okay, sorry, 1 by a1, 1 by a2, 1 by a3, okay, 1 by a4 and so on till 1 by an will be in HP. Okay, this is just I have written the AP condition, but just we have taken the 1 upon n. Okay, now if I want to write it in AP, what it will become? It will become 1 upon a1, 1 upon a2, 1 upon a3, okay, 1 upon an upon n. Okay, so this is the thing which you have to listen. If terms are in a1, a2, a3 are in HP, then a1, a2 and a3, 1 upon a3 will be in AP. Okay, so what we did, okay, we just reverse the things. Okay, we just interchange the thing. Okay, so not a big, okay, thing, we just rewrite it. Okay, now AP thing we know, this is the AP. Okay, and we will use AP only if this is in AP. Okay, a1, 1 upon a2, a3 are in AP, so I can write D as 1 upon a2 minus 1 upon a1, right? D can also be equal to 1 upon a3 minus 1 upon a2 because the standard the standard definition of D is that the one means subtracting the preceding term from the front term, okay, which is just n plus 1, okay, just one term ahead. So on the basis of that we can write D whatever we want, but provided that you take the number, okay, just one ahead, okay. So we can write D no matter what we like, okay. If I modify this, what I get, a2 minus a3 upon a3 into a2, okay. Now if you observe, we want the sum of this product, okay, and whenever they give you some AP like this, okay, there is a more high probability that they will try to eliminate this term, okay. So what we are going to do, if I consider this thing a2 a3 and so on till an minus 1 into an, okay, if I divide and multiply by what, if I divide and multiply throughout, means I'm just means each, and since it is in plus, if I multiply and divide by D, each D will be multiplied by each term individually. So when I multiply this D with this, I will use this D, while if I multiply this D, I will use, okay, the moment I multiply this D with this a1 into a2, I will use this D value. The moment I multiply the D with a2 into a3, I will use this D value, and vice, and similarly we will move on, okay. So the moment we, okay, so the moment we multiply this will be multiplied individually. So I will write, when I multiply with this a1 a2, I will write it as a1 minus a2 upon a1 a2. Similarly, when I multiply with this a2 and a3, okay, I will write this D value as what, a2 minus a3 upon a3 a2, okay, and so on. The last term will be an minus 1, an into n minus 1 into an upon an minus 1 into an, okay, the whole upon D will be still be there, okay. So all the terms will cancel out, this is very obvious. But if you observe what we are getting, a1 minus a2 plus a2 minus a3, okay, and a3 minus a4, and so on, it will go on, okay, till the last term, okay, which is the last term, a n minus 1, okay, minus an, okay. So all the terms will somehow, okay, at some value they will cancel out, okay, and I will be left with here 1 by D. If you observe, all the terms are cancelling out except a1 minus an, and in the denominator D is left. Further on, what we can do, okay, here we got the answer, but the appearance, okay, the way they have represented the answer is quite different, okay. We have to find the relation between a1 and an, okay. So how can we find the Tn term relation? You can use a1 upon an, this is the Tn term of AP, this is the first term of AP, this is how many terms, n minus 1 into D will be not, D will never become 1 by D, okay, never do this mistake, it will be still be D, okay. Now in the next step, what will happen, an minus 1 upon a1 is equals to n minus 1 into D. What we are getting, a1 minus an upon n minus 1, okay, equals to D, okay. Or we can do one more thing, this is nothing but a1 minus an upon 1 by D, which is the value which we wanted, this is nothing but n minus 1, equal to nothing but n minus 1, okay. And here in the denominator a1 into an will be there, since they are multiplied, okay. So this will move here, and which will give me my final answer, n minus 1 into a1 into an, okay. I forgot to write it here, a1 into an, a1 into n, okay. So an minus 1, okay, this is our answer. Now so the next question is this, which is the 13th question, which says if x square plus 9y square plus 25z square equals to xyz into 15 upon x plus 5 upon y plus 3 upon z, okay, then x, y and z are in what, okay. Now this question we have done many times, okay, and this is just a basic formula application question, okay, and I should do it or not, I'm still confused, but okay, you have to just know that you can observe this thing. If you can observe this thing, okay, this is a representation of basic formula, okay, this is just a basic, okay, they just means if you can observe this thing, then you can easily solve this, okay. if you take this here, and 3y the whole square, 5z the whole square. Since we have already done this question, I expect that you will solve it by yourself, okay, and and you will try by yourself, okay, and this I can write as 5, and then this I can write as x into 3y. Okay, this is nothing but x square plus y square minus z square minus, okay, AB minus BC minus CA is nothing but x minus y the whole square plus y minus z the whole square plus z minus x the whole square. Okay, just remember this. Okay, this is the basic formula. If you don't know this formula, okay, then in upon also there is something, but it doesn't, okay, it is not of that much important, because this thing will give you answer. Okay, we have done many questions now. Just think that we multiplied this constant, whatever it was, okay, means 2, okay, it was 2 also, 1 upon 2, okay, we multiplied with this 0, and okay, it vanished. So what we will write, x is what, my x only, y is my 3y the whole square plus y is what, 3y minus z is what, 5z the whole square plus z minus x means 5z minus x the whole square should be equal to 0. Now 3 squares can only be 0 if they individually become 0. That x is equals to 3y, 3y is equals to 5z, and x is equals to 5z. So how to get relation here? Y is y is what, 3 times x by 3, z is x times 5, x by 5. Okay, so if I consider x, this is x by 3 and this is x by 5, so I can take this 1 by 3, 1 by 5. Now you can try combinations of AP, GP and HM, okay, and predict out whatever it is. What I think it will be HP. Okay, D is the answer. Okay, we have done this similar, all the numbers were even also similar. Okay, so now let's move on. So the next question which we are going to tackle, okay, is this question, 14th question. Sum of all possible product of first and natural numbers taken 2 by 2 is what? Okay, now what they meant by taken 2 by 2, they meant like this. If I multiply 1 into 2, then 1 into 3, then 1 into 4, and so on. Okay, if I go until 1 into n, and in the second time what I take, 2 into 3, 2 into 4, okay, and 2 into 5, and so on till 2 into n, okay, and then last 3 into 4, okay, until 3 into n. Now this will continue, okay, this will continue and go on. Okay, now if I say they want the sum of this, okay, now why didn't I take 1 into 2, 2 into 1, because it is nothing but 1 into 2 only. Okay, they are all product, okay, they are multiplied. This dot doesn't mean 1.2, it means that they are multiplied. Okay, now let's say it is forming some sum 1 s, okay, and this is 1 into 2, this will become a 3, okay, this will become what, 1 into 3 is given. Okay, so we can write this as 1 plus 2 into 3, this I can write as 1 plus 2 plus 3 into 4, and so on. What will be the last term? 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus, and so on till n into n. Okay, so what finally we are getting, can I predict the Tn term of this series? Okay, can I predict the Tn term? Okay, Tn term of this sum. Okay, so the Tn term will be nothing but 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus, and so on till n into n. Okay, sum of n terms is nothing but n into n minus 1 by 2 into n, which will multiply it and give me n cube minus n square by 2. Okay, so now we want the sum of this Tn. Okay, the sum of all possible, sum of all, okay, sorry, this will form some T series, okay, which we are trying to generate, okay, by adding them. Okay, and then we are getting the Tn term. Okay, when I added them I thought this will be form a sum. No, this will form a series only. When 2-3 series combine, okay, provided they form a series, then the next series, the next on addition, the series which we get is also a series only. Okay, so Tn will be summation 1 by 2 will take common n cube minus summation n square. Okay, this will give me my s. Summation Tn is nothing but s. This is nothing 1 by 2 into n square into n plus 1 the whole square by 4. This will be n into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1 by 6. So what we are getting next? Okay, let me keep this as it is. Okay, I am solving it here. So what we can do, we can take 1 by 4 n into n plus 1 by 2 and take this as 2n plus 1 by 3. Okay, and this as n into n plus 1. Further on, n into n plus 1 upon 4, this we can write as 3n square. If you open, you will get this 3n minus 4n minus 2 by 6. What we are getting is 3n square minus n minus 2. Okay, I'm simplifying this because I know in the option, okay, this thing is already present, n into n plus 1. Okay, I just have to focus on this, what we are getting after solving this. Okay, what we are getting, 3n square minus 3n minus 2n minus 4, sorry, minus 4 should be equal to 0, giving me finally 3n into n minus 1 plus 2 into n minus 1 equal to 0, giving me 3n plus 2 into n plus n minus 1 equal to 0. So I am getting this thing, okay, 3n plus 2 into n minus 1, which I will replace instead of this. So what my final answer, n into n plus 1 into 3n plus 2 into n minus 1, 4 into 6 is nothing but 24. So our answer will be n minus 1. Okay, A is the answer. Okay, so the question was very easy, just you need to understand this. Mostly children get confused in the possible product of first n terms. Okay, so be alert in that. Okay, keep your vocabulary strong. Okay, then you will be able to solve this type of question. Let's move on to the next question. What we are having. Okay, the next question is 15th question, which says if g1 and g2 are two geometric means. Okay, are two geometric means and A is the arithmetic mean inserted between two positive numbers, then the value of g1 square upon g2 plus g2 square upon g1 is what? Okay, now let's take two numbers in which g1 and g2 are present. Now since two numbers are there, I can get r b by a upon 1 upon n plus 1, where n is the number of gm's inserted. Here it is 2, so it will be 1 by 3, 2 plus 1 3. Further on, can I get this directly if I don't remember the formula? Yes, you can easily get it. Use this thing, this is first term, this is second term, this is third term, this is fourth term. How we write term in how we write the fourth term. Okay, so if I want to write this term, which is nothing but b, it will be nothing but a r power, okay, r power n minus 1, which is 4 minus 1, n minus 1, this is the, okay, a r power n, sorry, this a r power, okay, this is separate. B will be a r, I will substitute 4 minus 1, which will give me r cube is equals to b by a. Here you can see we are again getting b by a as what? 1 by 3. Okay, so we are getting this again. Okay, so after this what we can do, okay, if I use this, what I will get gm, a into r. Similarly, what I will can get g2, ar square. If I multiply g1 into g2, what I get? A square into b by a power 1 by 3 into b by a power 2 by 3, which is giving me a upon a square upon b by a. Finally, we are getting ab. Keep it as some, okay, keep it as some constant, okay, 3 or whatever, 1. Okay, so what we can do here, they have told am is present between a and b. A will be very obvious, a plus b by 2. Okay, now if you substitute all the values, okay, let me move this page outside. If you replace all the values in the given thing, which was, what was given, g1 square upon g2 plus g2 square upon what, g1, what you are getting, g1 cube plus g2 cube upon g1 into g2. Okay, which I can write this as ab, this I can write as a cube into b by a, this I can write as a cube into b square upon a square. So here you can see what we are getting, ab into, these terms will cancel out, a square b plus ab square. If I take ab outside, what I am left with a plus b. But if you remember, a was a plus b by 2. Okay, this arithmetic mean, so 2a will be what, a plus b. So I will write ab as 2a, which is the required answer. C is the answer. Okay, now let's move on. Okay, So the next question is 16th question, which is given. Okay, there are two series. One series is an, okay, and the other series is bn. Are two series given by an is equals to x power 1 by 2 power n plus y power 1 upon 2 power n, and bn is equals to x upon 1 by 2 power n minus y by 1 upon 2 power n. For all n belonging to natural number, the value of a1, a2, a3 and so on till an is equal to what? Okay, now here since we want a2 and a3 in this value, how we can proceed in this problem? And plus, so here we can see a square minus b square, so let's multiply them, an into bn. So what we are getting, what we will get, a power 2n, x power 1 upon 2 into 1 upon 2n the whole square minus y power 1 upon 2n 2 power n the whole square, which will give us x power 1 upon 2 power n minus 1 minus y upon 2 power what we are getting 2 upon n minus 1. Okay, now many children may have doubt that how 1 upon 2 power, listen, 1 upon 2 power n multiplied with 2 will be 1 upon 2 power n. If I move, this is power 1, since the base is same, this I can write as, if I take the power denominator 2 power n minus 1. If I write this, why I am representing it in this format? Because my bn an, if I get some standardized result, it will be in the format of 1 upon 2n. So here if you observe, it is 2 power n minus 1. If it was n, it was bn. If it was since it is negative, you will compare with bn. It is n, then it is here. If it is n minus 1, then what will be bn minus 1? So we are getting it is equal to bn minus 1. Now since all the a1, a2, a3 terms sum we need, product value we need, what we will do, we will multiply with b1, b2 and so on till bl and divide it by b1, b2, b3, bn. So one thing you know, if I multiplied a1 and a2, a1 into b1, a2 into b2 and so on till an into bn. For a1 into b1, if I substitute here 1, 2n minus 1 0, it will become x minus y, so x minus y. For this it will become b1, and for this it will become, and this will become n minus 1. So all the terms will cancel out except all the terms except b power n. The last term will be n minus 1. All the terms will cancel out with this, and bn will be left, giving me x plus y, x minus y upon bn is the answer. C. So the reason you should know that why we should multiply. Second, why we should express it in this format. Third, the generalized way. Fourth, why we should multiply with this. And the last thing, a1 and b1 is tricky because you have to think it not by this but by this, what value we will get, because we need in x minus 5 format. Now let's move on to the next question. The next question is as follows: 17, which says 1 square plus 2 square plus 3 square and so on. 2003 square is equals to 2003 into 4007 into 334, and they want they us from 1 into 2003 sorry 2 into 2002 and 2003 into 2001 and so on till 2003 into 1 is equals to 2003 into 334 into x. We want the x value. So what we can proceed. Here if we understand the Tn term of this series, we can get the sum. Tn term, whenever one series is increasing, you will directly able to say that it will be, you will take it some r. Will take it some r because it is increased. But whenever there is a series which is decreasing, you will always take it like this: 2003 max value minus r minus 1. Always remember this. This is a standardized rule. Just always keep this in mind. You will able to solve this question, which one is in increasing AP and the other is in decreasing AP. What will happen after this? 2004 minus r. What will happen after this? 2004 r minus r square. So after this, if I apply, since I want summation Tn, I want sum, it will become, I will apply summation which will give me sum. This will be 2004 into summation r minus summation r square. From what? R is equals to 1 to what is the last value which we want? 2003. So the moment we apply this, we will get 2003 into 2004 n into n plus 1 upon 2 into 2003 into 2004, okay, into 2 into 2003 plus 1 by 6. Okay, what we are getting is 2003 into 2004 into 1002 minus 4007 into 334. Okay, so further on what we can do, 2003 into 2004 okay, sorry, 2003 if I multiply into 334, we can take common, which give me 6012. Now we have done almost similar type question, okay, earlier also in Cengage. Okay, so it should not take time. We are getting it in the format of 334 into, okay, just the main trick is that you have to convert it in this format. The moment you convert that, you will, by comparing, you will come to know by x. Now this is very similar format to this. Now I can predict that x is nothing but 2005. So he is the answer. Okay, but just keep this in mind, when there is say two APs in multiplication, one is increasing, the other is decreasing, you will always take the G term, last term as R into R for the increasing AP, and for that you will take the highest term, which is the starting A minus R minus 1. Okay, so you will get the answer. Okay, just keep this in mind, otherwise you will face problem in this type of easy questions, okay, which will waste your time only. Okay. Okay, so the 18th question which we are going to tackle is, if summation R is equals to 1 to n, TR is equals to 1 upon 2L, n into n plus 1 into n plus 2, the value of summation R equals to 1 upon n, okay, 1 to n, 1 upon TR is what, 2n upon n plus 1. Okay, some 4 options are given. Okay, now can you tell me what this is given? If you tell TR, then means you have not studied anything till now. It is summation TR. Okay, SR is given us as 1 upon 2L into n plus 1, because it is summation, it is given summation TR, so it is nothing but SR. Okay, so never do this mistake. Okay, I always ask children what it is, they always tell that it is what, this is TR. Okay, please never do that mistake, it is summation SR. Okay, so if you can analyze that, so you know we want what, 1 upon TR, but can I get my TR? Yes, easily. TR will be what, SR minus 1, standard formula. The moment I use this formula, 2L into n plus, okay, n plus 1, n plus 2, the starting one will be same, but in this one we will change the things. Okay, here n minus 1 will be there, this will be n, this will be n plus 1. We will take the things common. Okay, n into n plus 1 upon 2L, n plus 2 minus n plus 1, giving me finally n into n plus 1 by 4. Okay, this is our TR. Okay, now what we want summation TR. Okay, 1 upon n. The moment I apply summation, okay, we want, this is TR, we want 1 upon TR, then it will become 1 upon n into n plus 1, right? And we will apply summation here also, R is equals to 1 to n. Okay, and now we can apply easily telescopic series and get our answer. Okay, since it is 1 only, we don't need to multiply and divide by any number. Okay, n plus 1 minus n. Okay, now you will be maybe pretending that why I am solving the questions fast, because the main reason is this, all the questions which we are coming across, okay, they are more or less similar questions which we have already discussed in detail. Okay, so I don't want to waste any much further time on these things, okay, which questions are similar. Okay, because we have a lot of previous year questions to solve. Okay, so we are getting to this. Now we will substitute the highest and the lowest value. 4 into, okay, if I substitute the value, I will get 1 into 1 upon n plus 1, which gives me summation R is equals to 1 to n, 1 upon TR as nothing but 4n upon n plus 1. Okay, so this is our answer, 4n upon n plus 1. See. So the next question which we are going to tackle is this question, which is the 19th question. The common difference of D of an AP in which T7 term is 9 and T1, T2, T3 is least. Okay, is least. We want to find its least value. Okay, its T7 is least value. Least value we want to find. Can I T7 we have as 9. So A plus 6D by AP general formula I can write this as this. Okay, now further on T1, T2, T7. Okay, we can write it as, okay, 9 minus 6 9 minus 6d into 9 minus 5d into 9. Okay, 9 minus 6d into 9 minus 5d. Okay, just using the, you can write the term as a plus n minus 1 into d. If you don't understand, I have just used this formula directly. Okay, then this will be 9 into 81 minus 99d plus 30d square. And if you simplify, take the highest thing which can come common, it will be 27 minus 33d plus 10d square. Okay, and now this can be solved by either using the standard formula of quadratic equations, okay, and get the minimum value. Other way, make a perfect square and solve. We have already solved this type of question in quadratic equation, so I will directly go with the shortcut, which is minimum value. Okay, minimum we will find out, which will be minus b by 2a. Okay, vertex, if I substitute this minus into minus 33 by 2 into 10, which will give me 33 by 20. Okay, so C is the answer. So the next question which we are going to come across is 20th question. The 20th question is as follows. The HM between two numbers is 16 by 5. Their AM is A and GM is G. If 2A plus G square is equals to 26, then the numbers are, okay. Now HM of two number is 16 by 5. Okay, then I can write it 2AB upon A plus B. Standard formula use 16 by 5. Okay, then from here, can I write this? If you observe A plus B by 2, I can move this here. Okay, this will be 16 by 5. Okay, 16 by 5 into AB. Okay, don't you think it is similar to this only? Okay, if I write this, but you know one thing, that AB under root AB is nothing but G, so AB will be what? G square. So this I can write as A is equals to 16. Okay, this I can write G square. Okay, and this I can write A upon 5, so 5A is equals to 16G square. So we got a standard relation. Now we already have one relation, that G square plus 2A is equals to 26. Okay, so we can substitute and get G square is equals to 26 minus 2A. Okay, G square minus 26. So 5G square is equals to 5 into 26 minus 2A, which gives us 16A is equals to 130 minus 10A, giving me 26A equals to 26A equals to 130. So A is equals to what? 5. But A is what? A plus B by 2 is what? A. So A plus B will be what? 10. So we get, also we will use 2 upon, okay, 2 upon A plus B by, this was 16 by 5. So you can substitute 10 and this will cancel by 5. This also cancel. A plus B is 16. Okay, so we got the two things. Okay, now we will do a simple thing, that if A into B is 16 and A plus B is equals to 10, then I can write B as 10 minus A and solve it in this format. 10 minus A into 16 giving me 10A minus A square equals to 16. A square minus 10A plus 16 equals to 0. Okay, finally if you will solve, let me solve this. The moment I solve, what I am getting, A into A minus 2 into minus 8 into A minus 2 is equals to 0. So A minus 2 into A minus 8 equals to 0. So if I get A 2 answers, similarly we will get B 2 answer 8 and B is equals to 2. Okay, so which is the correct option? A can be either. Okay, we got two answer of A, 2 and 8. 2 and 8. 2 and 8. Okay, only one option is there. Okay, so C is the answer. Now let's move on to the last question. Okay, if 1 comma 2 comma 3 are the first terms, 1 comma 3 comma 5 are common differences, and S1 S2 and S3 are the sum of the n terms of given P APs, then S1 plus S2 plus S3 and till SP is equals to what? Now first term of different AP. Okay, this type of question we have already done. All the questions which are coming across, we have already encountered them. So I'm not, means common difference of this series is what? 1, 3, 5. Sum of n terms in terms of what series? S1, S2, S3. Can I easily predict out in SP? S1 will be what? N by 2, 2 into 1 plus n minus 1 into 1, which will be nothing but n by 2 bracket 2 plus n minus 1. Okay. And further on S2, can I predict? N by 2 bracket 2 into 2 plus n minus 1 into 3 is equals to n by 2 bracket 4 plus n minus 1 into 3. Okay. Similarly, can I predict S3? N by 2 bracket 2 into 3 plus n minus 1 into 5 is equals to n by 2 bracket 6 plus n minus 1 into 5. Now we will predict the last one, SP, which will be what? P by 2. Okay, sorry, n term will be always there. P. Okay, n by 2 bracket. What we can write is 2p plus n minus 1 into the difference is given 2p minus 1, which we can write n by 2 bracket 2p plus n minus 1 into 2p minus 1. Okay, so this is what we are getting. Now if I add all of these, that is S1 plus S2 and so on till SP, what we will get is n by 2 will take common here, 2 plus 4 plus 6, all the even numbers till 2p will be added. Further on n minus 1 into 3 plus 5 until so on till all the odd number 2p minus 1 will be added, and what we are getting, n by 2 into p into p plus 1 plus. Now sum of odd numbers can be found out using, okay, can be found out easily using a general sum formula of AP, and sum of odd natural number is nothing but p square. Okay, just remember this comes by induction, you cannot get this directly by AP. Okay, and these are taught in mathematical induction. I have already taught these things, okay, in chapter only. Okay, you can check my previous lectures, okay, which will help you to understand this concept. Okay, since we have already encountered this type of question, np into np plus 1 by 2. So which is this option, np into np plus 1? Okay, this is the option. Okay, so this was answer. Okay, and all the question, mostly all types of question which we have came across, okay, we have already encountered it, and in the next session we will solve more questions, comprehension type questions, okay, and try to get to the multiple choice questions. Till then, take care, study hard, goodbye. See you in the next video, and please subscribe the channel, show us your support, okay, because it means a lot to us. Keep watching Omega Pi IDG Kit.